One Zambia, One Nation, a warm welcome to Zanis News. The headlines. Government committed to ensure fair wages for Mopani copper mine employees. Government committed to curtail drug trafficking. And Swedish government to empower more Zambian women. Zanis News in detail. I'm Trust Pemba. Government says it will closely monitor the working conditions of contractors at Mopani copper mines to ensure fair wages and decent working conditions following the mine's takeover by Abu Dhabi's International Resources Holdings. Speaking when he featured on Radio Mafeken's Express Chit Chat program, Minister of Mines and Minerals Development Paul Kabuswe has stated that government is committed to ensuring that the benefits of Mopani's transition to a new investor extend beyond Mopani employees to contractors and suppliers. Meanwhile, Kankoyo Member of Parliament Hudson Mabeta has expressed optimism that Mopani's acquisition by a new investor will yield positive economic outcomes across the economic of the entire country. More in this report.
Government says it will closely monitor the working conditions of contractors at Mopani copper mines to ensure that they benefit from the mine's takeover by the new investor. Speaking during an interview on Radio Mafeken's Chit Chat Express program, Minister of Mines and Minerals Development Paul Kabuswe announced that he will soon conduct a fact-finding tour to ensure that contractors receive fair wages and have decent working conditions. The minister, who was accompanied by Kankoyo Member of Parliament Hudson Mabeta, United Party for National Development UPND's Buntungwa Ward candidate Lasson Kunda, and UPND's Kankoyo constituency chairperson Henry Kamalata, emphasized the government's expectation that the benefits of the mine's acquisition by Abu Dhabi's International Resources Holdings, IRH, extend not only to Mopani employees, but also to contractor workers.
What we need is to have a motivated labor, direct employees for Mopani, motivated labor employees for contractors, motivated labor employees for suppliers. Then we'll be able now to have a holistic kind of approach to the success of Mopani.
Furthermore, Mr. Kabuswe stated that the planned mapping of the country's minerals and natural resources, scheduled to commence in March, along with the establishment of the Minerals Regulation Authority, will ensure that Zambia maximizes the benefits from its mineral wealth.
I think what we have put in place as New Dawn government are things that will really benefit our people. Our focus really is to see social change, to see social impact on our people.
Meanwhile, Kankoyo Member of Parliament Hudson Mabeta expressed optimism that the Mopani deal will have a positive impact on the entire country's economy, signaling potential for widespread economic growth.
So first of all, is trying to negotiate the ultimate benefit. Should we continue increasing our taxes? Kumi God God shift abantu balusa machito na kuturunda ama shares ya profits. Wakati we God tinga shabomba wino. But declare profits. We gain more from the profit than from the tax.
Rachel Chisulo, Zanis, Mufulira.
And sub-chiefs in Kalumbila District in Northwestern have commended First Quantum Minerals Trident Limited for their dedication towards improving the livelihood of people in the district. The traditional leaders say FQM should be applauded for employing the local people as well as training them with different survival skills. Here is a report.
These are sub-chiefs from Musele Chiefdom in Kalumbila District. The traditional leaders have come together to commend First Quantum Minerals, FQM Trident Limited Management, for improving the welfare of the people in the district through various developmental projects the mine is implementing. First Quantum Mineral Trident has pledged the organization's commitment towards working with the traditional leaders in taking development closer to the people.
And we are investing in more and more community programs to ensure that we train local community members, especially in the art of ADT operations and things like that, that forms like a feedstock into the contractor mining operations at the enterprise. But we're happy to say it's running very well, and we've accounted for all the job opportunities, and 99.9% of our people working at the enterprise are basically from Zambia, or even better so from the local communities.
Traditional leaders have gifted management at FQM with assorted food items as a token of appreciation.
Tungiri kumashikora kuna kwabuliri na wamashikora ni pateri anashikumwa ni pateri kachiweji.
Chibibi Nyongani reporting for Zanis in Solwezi, Northwestern Province.
The Zambia Institute of Human Resource Management has expressed concern over the high prevalence of non-adherence to the Human Resource Code of Conduct among human resource practitioners in the country. Teaching Council of Zambia Human Resource Management and Development Officer Mulenga Kunda says there is need to employ qualified human resource practitioners that will help trump corruption in the recruitment process in both the public and private sectors. This was revealed in Kitwe during a sensitization workshop against corruption and violation of human rights regulations for human resource practitioners. Here's the report.
As government intensifies its fight against corruption, the Zambia Institute of Human Resource Management has also set out to trump out the scourge among human resource practitioners, especially in the labor recruitment process. The institute is concerned with the high prevalence of corruption and other human resource malpractices. It has since conducted a workshop for its members aimed at raising awareness against corruption and non-compliance to the Human Resource Management Code.
The law is very categorical, the Zambia Institute of Human Resource Management Act. If you do not adhere to the basic tenets, we're looking at conditions of service. The requirements of the Employment Code Act number 3 of 2019 demands that you must put in place certain specific policies and procedures as an HR practitioner. Your inability to make these available in various organizations will attract certain penalties. The fact that you're not licensed with the institute will attract penalties. Actually, you can be fined both a penalty units and be sentenced if we find you. In fact, let me put it on record here that if you are an employer and you are found to have employed somebody who is not licensed, you are equally liable as an employer. So we will sanction you and you will pay those penalties. It's a legal requirement and there's no question about that. So we've looked at a number of issues in our journey of inspections. Colleagues in various sectors, public service, private sector, have complained obviously about the practice of human resource among those who masquerade as HR practitioners. And what we find mostly, where there's rampant allegations of corruption, most of these people are not our members. So we have given these people an opportunity to reform. If you can't reform, we will take action against you, and you will have yourself to blame. So there are all these elements of corruption in the recruitment process, and we are engaging the various stakeholders. In this case, Teaching Service Commission, the Civil Service Commission. We are engaging all these colleagues so that when they are constituting what they're calling human resource management committees at district level, there's representation of people that we have sanctioned ourselves as an institute, so that if any of our members is found compromised in that recruitment process at the district level, then we can take appropriate action.
The association president has also disclosed that Institute's disciplinary committee is working on 2 active malpractice cases which are coming from the public sector.
So what we have now done is that every time there's information that leads to that, we are now beginning to take action. So going forward,
this is where our mind will be fixated, trying to establish these allegations, proving them, because you don't want to take a matter before the courts of law which you have not substantive evidence on. And so we are in the process of now ensuring that all these allegations that will be reported to us are investigated to the latter, and once evidence is collected, rightly so presented before the courts of law. But we have two active matters that have been indicated, and these matters, so far we have written to these institutions where allegations of corruption have been mentioned to us, and we are in the process of actually concluding investigations. So once those investigations are concluded, we will get back to the media and inform you of our findings. So these two cases are coming from the public sector.
And the Teaching Council hopes to close all corruption loopholes in its recruitment process after the workshop.
So our being here is to try and understand the issues surrounding change and transformation, the issues surrounding culture transformation, so that when we understand that, then we can promote it in our organizations. And when we are recruiting or hiring people, we'll be looking for specific skills, specific attributes, or specific things that will help us bring people who promote change in our organization. So we believe this is very important for us as HR practitioners, as it's going to help us be the champions of change, both with the people we have already employed and in our future recruitment activities.
With the current high prevalence of corruption and malpractice in the labor recruitment process, both in the public and private sector, there's need for the Zambia Institute of Human Resource and Management to be more proactive in dealing with corruption and all human resource malpractice cases. Liz Ngobeka reporting for Zanis in Kitwe.
Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu says government remains committed to ensuring that it strengthens the capacity of the Drug Enforcement Commission in order to curtail drug trafficking and money laundering, among other illicit vices affecting the communities. Mr. Mwimbu said this when he opened the 23rd session of the Drug Enforcement Commission Senior Officers Conference in Siavonga District, Southern Province. The conference is being held under the theme Beyond Boundaries, Navigating Tomorrow's Frontiers in Combating Illicit Drugs and Money Laundering.
They are gathered here in Siavonga District for the 23rd session of the Drug Enforcement Commission Senior Officers Conference. Top on the agenda is scrutinizing performance of the past year 2023 and strategize on how to accomplish goals and targets this year on drug trafficking, drug abuse and fighting money laundering. Theme for the conference is Beyond Boundaries, Navigating Tomorrow's Frontiers in Combating Illicit Drugs and Money Laundering. Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, who is also Monza Member of Parliament, Jack Mwimbu, opened the conference with a reaffirmation of government's commitment to supporting the Commission.
Your work as members of the Drug Enforcement Commission is significant in combating modern threats such as money laundering, cross-border crime, human trafficking, and illicit drug trafficking. To enable you to continue this crucial work, we are committed to providing the necessary resources, including comprehensive training and capacity building programs. Strengthening your intelligence system is pivotal in effectively dealing with these evolving challenges.
With this task ahead, the ministry is pondering on recruiting more officers as a way of strengthening the capacity of the Commission.
We are actively exploring options to expand the operations of the institution by increasing the number of officers.
Earlier, the Commission Director General, Nelson Banda, underscored the need to enhance collaboration among officers.
Therefore, my fellow officers, let us engage in self-reflection, recognizing that our collective efforts shape the future of our institution. Looking ahead to the coming year, we envision an era defined by innovation, collaboration, and cutting-edge approaches in combating drug-related and money laundering offenses.
The guest of honor, sir, I would like to thank you most sincerely for accepting the invitation and sparing time from your busy schedule to come and grace this conference. This shows the support government attaches to the success of the Commission in combating illicit drugs and substances in our country, Zambia.
The minister later visited the district administration office, police office, as well as the newly constructed police station Mkwengu Shepande, Zanis, Siavonga district, Southern Province.
Swedish Embassy Counselor for Social Protection and Good Governance, Hugh Levy Ekberg, has reaffirmed our country's commitment to empowering women in Zambia to be resilient to climate change and address barriers they face in gender equality, education, traditional norms, and health. Speaking after visiting household of beneficiaries of the agriculture imports and goats in Chief Mapanza in Siamahubi area, Councillor Ekberg says she is impressed to see beneficiaries engaging in alternative sources of livelihoods to sustain their families despite the droughts being experienced in the district. Here is the report.
Women empowerment is key in fighting the impact of climate change and threatened household food security due to droughts in Southern Province. Swedish Embassy Counselor for Social Protection and Good Governance, Levi Ekberg, and her delegation visited the affected households at Choma District Women's Association to receive first-hand information on the impact of droughts and resilience to climate change in Chief Mapanza's Simaobi area.
Really impressed by the women I've seen, by their own agency, their willingness to do something to change their lives, and I'm really happy that Sweden could support a little bit to that. Women in Zambia, I think they experience a lot of barriers when it comes to gender equality, when it comes to the ability to invest. There's a lot of norms.
Agriculture this year hasn't done very well, but I'm very happy within the project. There's a part for resilience to climate change, and one of the things that has been taken care of is the issue of alternative sources of income.
75 million SEK was put for this project in 8 districts. And the objective was just to make sure that women's rights are upheld.
Ms. Chambo's life had changed after being empowered by We Effect, but her success is being threatened by climate change.
Dani West, twagaiya 12 cornerstones ndabayisha abantu kujatikiha mbuli mpongo yobagatupa gender family focus.
So for your good work, I want to urge you, women of Simaobi, to continue working very hard. I'll give you all the necessary support as your chairperson.
Stakeholders added their voice.
I think imukusha bana ilusumpowenga lwabola kuti na muntu ya muntu wachiterera pati ijiyo ijapegwa alimu wapiruka kumanda wagonya utieni ikuchita chejo nchaga ihigwa
tupakulumba maningi kuliwa mahibuku bonse bakazumiha kuti amakaintu babalembwe abala kuli bamedimba be amasena abo balike.
Choma District Commissioner Gamera Sigalea was represented by Assistant Community Development Officer Susan Kunda.
I'm particularly pleased with the utilization of innovative methodologies such as the village savings and loan associations and study circles discussions which have fostered a culture of entrepreneurship and collaboration among our beneficiaries.
Gift Banji, Zanis, in Choma, Southern Province.
Farmers Development Cooperative Union has commended government for approving the National Cooperative Development Policy, saying it will boost economic diversification and industrialization in the country. FDCU National Business Development Director Edwin Zulu says the union's vision is to help promote investment and foster economic transformation, which will contribute to the 8th National Development Plan. We have more in this report.
In a move to promote economic diversification and industrialization, the Farmers Development Cooperative Union, FDCU Public Relations Director Susan Mulambya has commended government for approving the National Cooperative Development Policy. Ms. Mulambya says this will help create job opportunities, especially for the youths.
FDCU has come up with a tailored program in a mentorship and training under the Hakainde Entrepreneur Mentorship Initiative for cooperatives, where the cooperatives will be required to go through this training, to go through this mentorship, provided for like saving, financial management or financial literacy. So we are very alerted as an organization about this move by government, and we hope that every Zambian will be able, to involve themselves into a cooperative so that we do business and grow the economy of Zambia.
FDCU National Business Development Director Edwin Zulu says the organization is taking significant strides to help transform Zambia's economic landscape.
One of the key projects we are currently working on is the establishment of the Cooperative Bank. The Cooperative Bank, which we are calling the Cooperative Financing Bank Zambia Limited. As the name entails, it will provide financing across sectors of the cooperative.
Meanwhile, FDCU Religious Affairs Director Joyce Mwanza has called on churches to encourage their members to form cooperative enterprises that will help better their lives.
We have so many opportunities in this nation and so many linkages that we have that can help us develop, even as a church. We are the ones that are dealing with the grassroots. Even the government is talking about the grassroots rising up, but the church has the mandate, or are the ones that are connected to these grassroots. So let us help them and form cooperatives that are going to help develop the economies of homes.
Rodex Charlie reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
Government has assured people in Livingston that the mildew situation in the city has now stabilized. District Commissioner Eunice Nawa has told Zanis in an exclusive interview that government has intervened to normalize the mildew situation and there is no need for panic. Ms. Nawa has disclosed that government has sent 4,400 by 25 kilogram bags of mildew from Zambia National Service to be distributed in the district. She says the ZNS mildew is already selling in ShopRite, Choppy's chain stores, among other outlets. She adds that the Food Reserve Agency in the district has started selling 50 kilogram bags to communities.
I just want to report that the mildew shortage now in Livingston, it has improved. We have received 4,400 bags of ZNS mildew, and on top of that, we started serving FRA community maize 3 days ago. So far, we have sold about 500 bags.
In a related development, Chadiza District Commissioner Malan Zimba says government has been working hard to provide cheaper mildew to citizens, and the resident Betha Piri has thanked government for providing cheaper mildew. Zubel Zulu now report.
Scores of people queuing to buy the Zambia National Service mildew at a cheap price. The residents are happy that the commodity is finally in Chadiza District.
Tonga ziko boma unga wanawatiletera watu 230 kama kuti kuno unga ni odula timagula 360 kasaka sipemba kuti boma ipitirize kutiletera unga isaleke
kamba kuti zona tinali vantu voti tinali nankhawa nachiyala chomwe chafika kuno kwathu Chadiza cha mvula so mene yatiganizira boma kuti bweserako unga uyu wa 230 tilioyamikira kwambiri kuti mwina tiziyesesako ndithu kuti tizikwanisa kugula unga kuti tithandize mabanja yathu.
For the entrepreneur, the mildew is selling like hot cake, as 500 bags is like a drop in the ocean.
Mildew which came, we have already sold about 400. We are remaining about with 180 bags, which is in stock at the moment. We are selling the minimum 25 kg, one bag at 230. So a lot of people want to buy this commodity, and will definitely help the people here at that price.
The district administration is grateful that people are accessing mildew at an affordable price.
We have received the 600 by 50 kg of white maize grade A, which was sold under community sales We have yet applied for another one, another location. We have received the first ever Zanis chip milling, which is going at 230 kwacha. We have also received the relief, about 4,600 bags by 50 kg of white maize grade A. So this has been the efforts of His Excellency in trying to curb the hunger situation.
Jubal Zulu, Zanis, Chadiza District.
In business news, the Energy Regulation Board has continued engaging its stakeholders to ensure effective and efficient service delivery among its customers. The board met with various partners in Chipata District in Eastern Province to appreciate the challenges people are faced to access its products and services. More in this report.
The Energy Regulation Board, ERB, whose mission is to efficiently regulate the energy sector and be responsive to stakeholder needs to achieve a sustainable, reliable, and quality energy products and services, has continued to constantly engage its partners. ERB held a stakeholders awareness meeting in Chipata District to give an overview of its agenda as a regulatory board.
Recognize that as a country, we've got various economic layers. We are blessed differently, but however, we are all Zambians, and every Zambian deserves access to electricity. And this is why, if you look at the electricity tariff structure for residentials, we've got the first 100 units that are provided at a very, very low price. This is to make it affordable to everyone to be able to have access and afford electricity.
Chipata District Administrative Officer Kapembwasi Kazwe, who graced the event on behalf of the District Commissioner Eli Dabanda, called for the presence of ERB in the district for an enhanced service delivery.
This opportunity to also appeal to ERB as a regulator in the energy sector, that in as much as we see fake fuel on the market, we are calling Changanyi, there are also a lot of fake oils on the market, which are also damaging our motor vehicle engines. Happy to set up an office here in Chipata, which will not only serve Chipata, but serve Eastern Province. We are the 5th newest city in the country. So therefore, we demand for these services because this town is growing.
Meanwhile, ERB called for collaborative efforts from its stakeholders.
Aside from interactive meetings of this nature, we have also embarked on a series of outreach campaigns which have seen the ERB engage schools, present programs on community radio stations, as well as stakeholder engagement through our ERB mobile office facility.
The Energy Regulation Board, ERB, strives to be the benchmark of excellence in energy regulation across the African continent by 2026. Olivia Nkata for Zanis News in Chipata District.
People living with disabilities in Kaputa District of Northern Province have thanked government for uplifting their living standards. Jelas Mukupa of Mlobelwa village, who spoke on behalf of the physically challenged, says government has prioritized people living with disabilities and should be praised. Mr. Mukupa cites the increased social cash transfer payment, which he says is the lifeline of most people living with disabilities. And Godfellow Chipili, another physically challenged person, says he is now able to afford some basic needs which he never used to afford in the past.
Bantu mwalisa turundira social cash transfer olofuti tule mona kono buya ntanshi kuresha kuma skuru tule mona kono buya ntanshi kuresha kuba bomfi babuteko tule mona kono buya ntanshi na kubekala chalo abali chitamo benefiti na kuchirisha apali abafyashibyeso minister Elvis Nkandu bale chitasa praya sana kumisepera na kubantu fe abali bonse bale yafwa kwena tule chitotele chimwe ba minister uyu mutima ole sampera utwalirire
nomba twakulali anshi patna fene tulalia nokulima tulalima twalikwata abantu n'abaana natukwata tulimina amabala nokulira mu twakamana kwanikana fertilizer so mukwayi uno mwaka twapapata mwe tuteki tumoneko fwe bali matwachibula patu akola samu kumimina kila kusiku twamiminina mwe tupeni ko fya kuja nomba tatwale kuma nomanga matupero mufundu fwe bene twayilimina kani kula kulia ndemwani kwa toluse mwasapita nipisa muna elima tini hapa nkwai mwasapita mu malima maleni byaleni bani.
That item brings us to the end of our news, but before we go, a recap of our headlines. Government committed to ensure fair wages for Mopani copper mine employees. Government committed to curtail drug trafficking. And Swedish government to empower more Zambian women. Well, that's all we had for you from our news desk. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, I've been your presenter, Trust Pemba. It's goodbye for now.